Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential patio, and it's going to be renovated here. So let's go right into the dimensions first of all that we have. So overall dimensions, basically I have is 28 feet here, and then I have a 15-foot section over here. This depth I have here is at 15 foot, and then I have an 8-foot overhang over here. And these are just some dimensions I have. There's a beam coming across here right now and right there, and you can see that's 9'3", 9'6", and 9'3" to the edge of the wall there. There is a step up over here that's approximately 12 inches taller than this side over here. So here you can see we have the edge of the top of the roof over here, or ceiling rather, at 9'3", and over here we have this section over here at 10'3". All right, so they are going to put in a new ceiling over here. So now you can see that I have that ceiling placed up here. And so that ceiling is going to extend out an additional 8 inches, or you can see from over here, this is originally 8 feet from this edge here to the existing, or the existing rooftop. And then I have the beam that actually came out a foot further. So if we looked at the original like this here, and then obviously we have this additional section here. I should just add that real quick here. Let me just pop that in here real quick, and you can see that this new section is going to be roughly about 15 foot long. So let's go ahead and put that back on here, the new lid section. And you can see here, this is what the current application is going to look like. I should say the new application is going to look like. And you can see we have some sliding doors, and they do want to have some fans located inside here, as well as lighting, recessed lighting up in here as well. So I don't have the exact placement of the lighting fixtures, nor do I have those of the fans, but they are willing to work around what I might recommend. So all right, let's go ahead and turn off those overall dimensions, just so you can see I have this at this edge of the step here at 17'6", and this one over here I believe is 10'5½". So from here to here, this might be longer, this might not be, I'm not quite sure about that. But it is important because this is a foot difference than this over here. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn off those overall dimensions and look at some of the options. All right, so one option that they had requested was to place heaters on the perimeter of the face up here. Let's go ahead and see what that would look like. And that would be placing 2 of the 6,000 watt units on the ceiling here. You can see I have them in approximately 3 feet from this edge here to this edge here. However, looking at that, number one, this unit over here would probably be too hot for this section over here, because this is a 6,000 watt unit. So this should really, if you're going to place a unit like this, you should have the 4,000 here and then the 6,000 over here. Now, the one nice thing about a 6,000 is that it will cast out a ray a little bit further, but because of the height that this actually is going to be at, there's no way that this ray is going to really penetrate over here. So again, a 4,000 watt would be probably my recommendation. However, this is not one of my favorite applications. And then placing 2 fans, one located around here somewhere and one over here somewhere, this should work out just fine. But again, I don't like the layout of this particular footprint of heat. If we took off the top here, you can see that we're not hitting the seating positions very well like this. So all right, let's go ahead and actually, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that off for right now and look at another option. So another option would be, saying let's go with just 2 units. Now over here I've placed a 4,000 watt unit, so this is a single element, and over here I've placed a 6,000 watt element because of the height difference, and I've also placed 2 fans. Now the clearance below the fans, let's go ahead and find that here. So I have these at 4-foot diameter fans, and there's a clearance requirement on the actual heater. Below the heater is 18 inches, so that is why I have this heater where I have it exactly. So this is lined up with this beam here, centered of the fan. Again, that would be 2 feet to the left, 2 feet to the right of the diameter, and 18 inches to the edge of the heater, and that would meet the clearances to combustibles. And in this case, you can see that the footprint of heat is fairly decent. Now, over here, obviously, we're not hitting the chairs properly, but it would be a more even flow of heat versus something like what I just showed on the outer edge, which would be, this would be a hot spot, and out here would be a cooler spot. It's not as even footprint of heat, and that's true over here as well. So I like something like this a little bit better because it's just more even as far as its amount of heat throughout the area that it's covering. So also just looking over here, I'm not quite sure of the actual dimensions of the chairs and whatnot, but you could on a colder day, move the 2 chairs in a little bit further to try to get into that ray. Obviously I have a table here, so that's not going to be something I could do at this moment, but that would put you in the footprint of heat, and you need to be in that footprint of heat in order to actually feel the warmth of these type of heaters. So these types of heaters are infrared heaters. They put out an infrared light wave, kind of like even a recessed light fixture. If you had a light fixture here, you want that light the light beam to be in the area that you want lit up. And in this case, this is infrared light waves, and you want to be in that beam of that light wave in order to feel the warmth of the heater. So if you're not in that light wave, you're not going to feel it. So this is another option, just using 2 units, 4,000 watt unit, 6,000 watt unit here. And by the way, a 6,000 watt unit has 2 elements. You can use a duplex switch, so you can turn one element on, one element off, or both elements on. Or you could even go with a control system where you can completely dim the units from 1% to 100% on. It's up to you as far as that's concerned. So, but looking at the ceiling up here, you can see that this is how this layout would look. All right, so let's go ahead and look at another option, and this other option is another option that probably would not recommend as well. However, this would give you a much greater total coverage and or uniform coverage of the space. Let's open this up again, and you can see that all the area here would pretty much be uniformly covered. However, we're still missing this edge over here, and if you were sitting way back over here in this chair, you're going to be almost, well, you're in the ray here, but not so over here. This side here, I would put 4,000 watt units. So these are CD 4024s. These are dual watt elements, or dual elements. And you could use duplex on each one of these, or you can use a control system. You can call this zone 1, this zone 2, and this zone 3. These over here would be all 5,000 watt units. Because of the height difference, you want a little bit more intense ray to come down in order to heat up the area that you're sitting in properly. So this would be another option. I like the option. However, if this is something just for casual use, then this is probably too many units for, the average day use. If this is all, if that's what you're looking for, just a day use where you want it just to heat up one space or something of that nature. So let's go ahead and put this back on and just take a quick look at this. And another thing you can see here is the clearances to the fan blade. Again, these are 4-foot diameter fans placed. They're not centered on this particular application now. What I really did was made sure that I'm meeting the clearances to the edge of the fan clearance, or the fan itself diameter, and the clearance to combustibles. And so that would be something of this nature like that. So okay, let's go ahead and look at one further option, and this is probably going to be my preferred option, which is going to be, I think this is it here. Yeah, so what we have here is I have a 6,000 watt unit in the center of the patio, so that, you know, total area from here to here. This is the first unit in, and then we have the fan, and then we have another unit over here, which is a 6,000 watt unit, and then we have one over here that is a 4,000 watt unit. And as far as let me put some distances on here so you can see that. And hold on one second. So looking at the distances, if I gave you let's see here, if we can grab this properly, we have from there to the center of the fan, we have that at 4 foot 8 5/8. That is incorrect. We have that at an angle, so let's see if I can get that right. Hold on one second. I'm going to delete that, and let's go try that again. From here to the center, and I'm going to bring that out over here. So 4 foot 3, and then I'm hoping this is going to be about 4 foot 3 as well. So let's see here. Sorry about the delay. There we go. All right, so yeah, 4 foot 3, 4 foot 3. Everything is 4 foot 3, center on center. And then also I want to show what the center point of the heaters as well as the fans are. So let's look at that here. And I'm going to go from this point here to the outer edge here. And let's see if we can get that done properly. So I have that at 10 foot. So that's 2 feet in from this wall here, is the center point of the fans as well as the heaters. And I think that would be something that would keep everything uniform as far as the placement of the heaters and fans themselves. The other thing that we want to look at is we still need to make sure we meeting the clearances to these beams over here. And as you can see here, there is a fairly decent footprint of heat here, and I would also say that it's fairly uniform as well. There is slightly a little bit of a, you know, if you're sitting right here in this position, you're not physically in the ray if you're sitting up, you know, about this height here, but you will feel the warmth. You know, that crossover rays here will make it so that this is probably just fine. I just like to have the ray just a little bit more closer to each other. However, because of the fans, I want to make sure that we're meeting the clearances to the combustibles, and the only way that we can do that is move these fans off center a little bit more towards this side and move this heater in from this edge here to this edge over here of the fan. But let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat from the top view. Here you can see that we are fairly decent as well as far as the footprint. Got good coverage overall, and that would be true in both of the locations here. And again, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but this is a 4,000 watt unit, 6,000 and 6,000 unit there. This would be probably my preferred if this was my application at my house. I like this the best out of all four that I'm showing. So this would be my recommendation. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you need some assistance, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.